Engagers, this is Professor Game, where we interview successful practitioners of games, gamification, and game thinking who bring us the best of their experiences to get ideas, insights, and inspiration to help us in the process of using games and gamification in our daily lives, for example, to learn what we are teaching. And I am Rob Alvarez. I work at IronHack, teach at IE Business School University, and so much more, and host this podcast. If you have an extra second, please go ahead and subscribe for free to our email list at professorgame.com/subscribe. Hey, Engagers, and welcome to another episode of the Professor Game podcast. And well, yes, we have another special episode, 2 special episodes in a row because it is vacation time again. So hopefully I'll keep this short. You'll take your time off as we discussed in episode 200 because this is now episode 250, which is another pretty amazing milestone. It's a quarter to 1,000. Yes, let's go for the 1,000. Hopefully I will see you there as well. But I will also be off on vacations to recharge batteries for a very interesting year, at least for me personally, professionally, and in many other things. So yeah, I'm going to share a little bit of that with you this year. It's been my first year working at IronHack. Amazing experience that I've had there. I've had the opportunity to see how boot camps can, in 9 weeks or 24 weeks, even in 6 weeks, because that's part of what I've been working on as well, can change people's lives for the good. People who are coming from all parts of different, specialties and ideas and different ways of working, coming from anything to becoming, people working in the tech industry, a very exciting industry that is growing more and more and needing more and more people every single day. As well, for me professionally, I've had so many lessons from being a product manager there, which is something, many of these things, some of them I knew in theory, some of them I had applied, but plenty of them I'm doing them for, sort of the very first time, learning plenty. I'm still in that process. I'm super excited about all the work that I'm doing there. So, it's been a super exciting year there as IronHack. It's also been an exciting year, especially starting in 2022, because I was back to traveling through airports. Throughout the whole pandemic, I had not traveled, I had not taken an airplane until 2022. I did 2 or 3 things for work, for workshops. I'll be talking a little bit about that in a second as well. But, in general, for me, it was very exciting to get back on airplanes, whereas, I was still wearing the mask for the full flight. I was trying not to take any food or drinks. I've been being very, very careful. But anyways, it's been very, very exciting to get back to the airports, to, get that sort of movement going back on a little bit more. It's also been a year with amazing of teaching opportunities for me, teaching in plenty of new places. I started teaching at a university in Germany in their master's program. I started doing the gamification, a full gamification. It's not even an optional subject in the MCXI at IE, so the Masters in Customer Experience and Innovation. I've started doing, again, face-to-face workshops in Europe. I've continued to do online workshops with the AFND and plenty of other players as well. So plenty of things going on. In fact, I'm probably going to start a new opportunity in an Asian country as well, teaching gamification throughout this year. But that all got started thanks to 2021-22, so to speak. This year that's gone around since the last time we spoke about vacations. And since I've been at the university and now boot camps as well, sort of the academic world has a way of seeing years, which is not exactly the calendar years. They kind of end with the summer break. So we always talk about 2021, 2022, or 2020, 2021. So it's kind of the year for us as well, even though, of course, I love to celebrate. As I mentioned last time, I'm loving to celebrate every new milestone. So, celebrating the new year, celebrating the new academic year, celebrating Christmas, and everything else in between as well. Other things, not only teaching, but also learning. This year, well, actually in 2022, I took the own pill from IronHack in the sense that you would do boot camps in 24 weeks. So I did a boot camp in 24 weeks. I did the UX, UI design part-time boot camp, so it was very, very intense. I had very, very, very little time left over for personal things. Even for games, I have to confess, I played a lot less in this first half of the year than I've played in many, many stages recently in my life because I really had no time. It was very intense. It was very exciting. I learned massively, massively about design, many of the design principles that I had kind of intuitively grabbed from, reading and gamification, from applying gamification in many different places. I got a formal, introduction into into design thinking and all of these theories and all these things around design, the reasons behind doing these things, a lot of visual design as well, which was something that I probably still am not particularly talented at, but I'm sure I got a lot better. And especially it was eye-opening for me to realize that, even for something like, again, visual talents, it's about practicing and getting to do it more and more and more and more, sort of getting used to that and to iterating upon it and seeing how it looks and, seeing how it can look better as well. It's about putting in the reps, putting in the effort. You can even become, which I thought was almost impossible for me, you can at least become a lot better in that area. And there are so many plans coming up. I mentioned the opportunity that I might be pursuing in Asia as well, teaching gamification elsewhere. I'll give you the full news when I have them for sure. But there's plenty of things coming up as well. So very, very excited. But that's it. That's it for today. I hope you did take the advice we said on episode 200 when we talked about taking a break every now and then. Well, now it's time for me to take that advice again. And, hopefully you took that advice last time and you will take that advice again. Take a break, rest, relax, do different things, open up your mind so that it is ready to take whatever else is coming up for you. Again, we here in Spain tend to be very much of summer breaks, but you can be of any, time of the year, but take that break. Take a significant break, more than just, sort of a weekend. Try to take at least a week off, which is what I'm doing this year. Rinse and repeat. Do it every single year. And, hopefully you will be taking that break sooner rather than later, and I will see you there.